Can you get rid of a second mortgage if you file for bankruptcy? Hi, I'm attorney Leroy Roberson, and I'm going to be discussing that topic with you today. The best way to discuss this, I think, is through an illustration from a former client, but I kind of have teased this in a couple other videos, and if you want to know what I'm talking about, go check them out on my page. But the answer is, yeah, you actually can, if you file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, get rid of a second mortgage. I had a client named Manuel some years ago who came to my office. He had a first mortgage and a second mortgage on his property and had fallen behind on both. And he also had other debt, credit card bills and whatnot. So he was kind of in the weeds, didn't know what to do, had foreclosure proceedings starting from both mortgage companies because he had gotten so far behind on his mortgage. So he came to me and we took a look at what his position looked like. In doing some research, we were able to find out Manuel's first mortgage was worth about $250,000. His second mortgage was about $80,000, and the value of his property was about $225,000. The way it works in the Chapter 13 bankruptcy, there's something called lien stripping. Since his home was only valued at $225,000 and his first mortgage was worth $250,000, the second mortgage had nothing. So if his property sold at that $225,000, the entire $225,000 is going to go to cover the balance on his first mortgage, which was at $250,000. So there's nothing left over for that second mortgage that's valued at $80,000. What we ended up doing is filing a motion through the bankruptcy, and in a Chapter 13, you're allowed to do this. You can't do this in a Chapter 7, but we were able to file a motion to avoid that second lien. And basically it makes it like any of his other unsecured debt, whether it's a credit card or medical bill. So it takes it from being secured by the property, so that second mortgage could no longer come after the property because it didn't have a secured interest in a property anymore because it had been stripped. And that is a very cool and very big thing to know when it comes to knowing which bankruptcy you want to file, because in Manuel's case, he went through his bankruptcy, got rid of that second mortgage. It was treated as an unsecured debt and ended up paying just pennies on the dollar on that second mortgage while saving his home and going forward only needing to pay on one mortgage. So that is a very helpful tool, something that I feel is a very important factor to look into if you do have two mortgages or even more than two mortgages on your property. So I wanted to get that information out to you. Hope this helps you. If you have any questions about any of this, let me know. Hope you guys are having a good day, and I will talk to you on the next video. See you later.